Welcome back to ThisBytesForYou. And in this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and a brief overview of the Montech Sky 1 ARGB case. This case has a bunch of awesome features and I can't wait to show it to you guys. Check it out. All right, so starting off, we can see Montech with good value. We see the case over here, though it doesn't look too pretty on the box. Mesh up in the front looks like, along with what might be a light. And then over here, liquid cooling unit. You could put a radiator, power, reset, a few other things. Sky 1 ARGB, high-end ATX Type C. This comes from Fragile. Nice. Some more of the case here. Sky 1 ARGB, combination of art and airflow. Airflow, very important. And then here it talks a little bit about the case in a bunch of different languages. And then some of the specifications. We could skip all that. Let me go ahead and open it up for you guys. All right, coming out of the box, it looks a lot nicer than it did on the picture. The little mesh right up here kind of looks nice. And yeah, that does look like an RGB lining right up here. And coming along the side, we can see the side panel. I saw this with the AirX. It comes with a black frame. I'm not a fan of that. I kind of would prefer it to be a white frame. And let me get my microphone real close so that I can record this sound. All right, ready guys? All in one pull. That is pretty pro. Unfortunately, it didn't sound amazing, but that's okay. The case has some nice stuff inside of it, but we'll go over that. Actually, some of that right now. All right, so back here we can see there are 7 expansion slots, power supply over here, rear I/O, and a 120 millimeter rear fan. I saved the best for last. You can put a vertically mounted GPU right over here, which is awesome. Then along the back, just plain aluminum or steel. I'm not sure on the material just yet. And let's go ahead, open up the side panel. The way that this opens up is you unscrew these 2 thumb screws, which thankfully come off very easy. Holding my hand here just in case. Now it has a handle right over here, so I'm assuming it's not going to fall off, but I'm just going to put my hand there just in case. Okay, so it is unscrewed. The way you take this off is you pull the side panel out and you take it out. So that is pretty nice. Then the side panel, you'll notice right over here along the top and right over here along the bottom, these are foam inserts to help keep some noise dampening so you don't hear the metal rattling. That is pretty awesome. All right, now coming on the inside, let me bring you in a little bit closer. Well, actually, before I do that, we can see a little cutout right here for the power supply. Now I'll bring you in closer. Okay, so right over here, we can fit a 2.5-inch SSD or mechanical drive, whichever it may be. Inside of here, we can fit an eATX, ATX, micro ATX, or mini ITX motherboard. So that is pretty nice. It does have a cable management bar right over here, which is pretty cool. If you use an eATX case, you do have to remove this though. So good and bad. Another cool thing is they have built in the anti-sag bracket, so wherever your GPU might be, you can adjust it. There is some adjustability right over here, and then some back and forward slide motion as well. You can fit up to a 400 millimeter video card inside of this case. It has a 165-inch clearance for a air cooler, and the power supply will support up to 170 millimeters. Let me zoom you in a little bit closer so you can see this bar. All right, so right over here again is that bar. And then you can see the stripes or the lines over here for the adjustability. So, well, it's actually on the other side, but I'll show you that in a second. But you can, with the assistance of a screwdriver, a shorter screwdriver, you can adjust where this goes for shorter cards or longer cards. So that is pretty cool. And it's pretty cool. And if, just for the fact that they include that bracket here to hold your card up, as we've seen with other video cards, they include their own bracket, but no place to put it. But anyway, so zooming out some, we can put a liquid cooling unit up in the front, a 240, a 280, or a 360, as well as a liquid cooling unit up at the top. Up at the top, you can put a 240, a 280, or a 360. Back at the rear, you could put a 120. Now this will allow you to have two radiators, a 240 up at the front and a 240 up at the, a 240 up at the front and a 240 up at the top. Now, if you wanted to put a 360, you could put a 360 up at the front and a 240 up at the top. So they give you a bunch of options there. Okay, they also have a cutout right back here so that you can mess with the mounting plate on the back of the motherboard for liquid cooling units. We can see right up here, they have 3 holes so you can fit in some cables, of course, as well as the front. But if you are going to have a liquid cooling unit kind of come down in that hole, you're not going to be able to access it as much. Right back up here at the top, you can see that there are also 2 more holes to fit in some more cables. You can also fit some cables right at this hole as well. Coming along the back, these thumb screws are a little bit more difficult to open up, so you will need a screwdriver, and I will take you up at the front in a second. At the top in a second. And here is the back side. Now there is no foam anywhere on here, so there could be a little vibration, but I'm just doing the unboxing, so I don't know right now. All right, now in the back. So we have back here a tray where we can put a 3.5 or a 2.5 inch drive. In this little box, we have all the screws and all the everything that they want you to use for this case. So here they include 3 standoffs in case the standoffs they already have placed in the case don't work for you. You have 3 additional standoffs. Then they have 25 motherboard screws. So you can see some of that there. I'm going to skip taking that out of the package because thankfully they say how many they have in here. 8 for the power supply, which is pretty impressive because they usually only come with 4. And then 8 3.5 inch HDD, or those look like SSD screws as well. And then one of my favorite tools that they include over here with any case, not many cases bring it though, but this is a standoff screwdriver. So you throw in a standoff there, then you can screw it into the motherboard tray. So that is pretty awesome. So then here we also have a 3.5 inch or a 2.5 inch tray for either a large 3.5 inch drive, be it SSD or mechanical, or a smaller 2.5 inch SSD or mechanical drive as well. Okay, so down here, aside from this tray here, at the very top, you can see there are some screw holes. That is for another 3.5 inch or a 2.5 inch drive. I'm not a fan of the way they did this though, so just wanted to give you my 2 cents on that. Right over here, we can fit a power supply, and then you'll notice not only is there a filter down here, and I'll go into more detail in a second, but there are also these foam or rubber pads to keep your power supply from vibrating, causing more noise. Okay, then coming from the top, we can see the USB cable right over here, another USB cable right over here. These two are for 3.5 inch and microphone as well. One USB right over here, the HD LED or SSD activity light, as well as the power light, and then the reset and the start button. Don't worry, I'll show you all of that in a second. They are Velcroed in, so you don't have to worry about that. You'll notice right over here, they have this connector right over here. This is for a Type-C header on the motherboard. There is USB-C on this. And then right off over here to the right, we do have the ARGB controller, which the case does bring 2 ARGB lit fans, one in the back and one up at the front as well. You'll notice right over here, aside from that single tray up at the front of the case and the 2 down here, potentially 2 down at the bottom, you can fit 2 more 2.5 inch SSDs or mechanical drives. So they give you a bunch of options as well. So down here at the very bottom, as I mentioned, you do have the removable filter. Up at the front with a gentle light tug. You can take off the front panel. You'll notice there are no cables that hold you down, so that is pretty nice. Now, the reason there are no cables, because you would think there is an ARGB bar right up here at the front, but why are there no cables? They put right over here a wireless ARGB controller or header or connector, which goes with this guy right up here. Let me zoom you in. Now, I don't know if that's a first. That's a first to me, but that way you can rip off the front panel, maybe put some more fans right up here. On the case, there's a third one up here that you can't really see right now, but you know it's there. I showed it to you a second ago, and you can clean out everything. There is no mesh or grill. Well, there's a little tiny grill right up here, very fine, but there is no filter there. So that's going to give you the most airflow, and Montech, all of Montech's cases have amazing airflow. Now, talking about the fan, this is one of the 2 that it brings. The other one is in the back of the case. You can see it right back here. This has the rubber right over here to keep it from vibrating, and it is the same right over here as well. I think they did it backwards. No, they didn't, but yeah, I think they put them in backwards, because this one probably should have been up at the front to keep it from vibrating on the case, but that's okay. It could always be swapped if I needed it to. All right, now let me bring you up to the very top. All right, so up at the top, we do have a magnetic removable dust filter. Then right up here, we can see where we can put the other liquid cooling unit. At the top, again, we could put a 240, a 280, or a 360. Here is the power and reset button. Then right over here, covered for dust. You can keep them on there if you want, but I wouldn't want to. They have a USB Type-C, USB 3.1, headphones, microphone, USB 3.0, reset, power button, and then the power light and the activity light right over there. So it is nice. I kind of like it up at the top though, because of the way I sit. It's probably better up on this side of the case, but that's still nice. And then that way, if you have an external drive or anything you want to lay up top here, you could lay right at the back, right back here, or, you know, wherever you want it to put. But it's nice that they put it somewhere where you have access to be able to put some stuff there without blocking too much airflow. All right, so coming back into the case. Now, I know I mentioned that you can put up there up to a 400mm video card, but there's nothing better than a ruler to show you up to 14 inches. And then from, let's say the motherboard would be here, we have about 7.5 inches of clearance from the board to right over here. Of course, you know, the board might be a different height, so don't go 100% by that. But they say that you can fit up to a unit 165mm. And then, just in case you need it for any reason, about 14 inches from the top of the case to right over here. Now, from the power supply shroud to the outside of the case, there's not going to be much, if anything, less than 1/4 of an inch. So maybe 1/4 of an inch between the tray and the side panel. So I don't think you could put a screen here. You might be able to put one right over here, but right over here, it looks really tight. Now, not everybody likes a power supply shroud. So if you wanted to remove it, you can, but you have to take out a rivet right over here, here, then another rivet here, and here as well. So it's not a clean removal, but the fact that you can is still pretty cool. And from the bottom to the ceiling of the case on the bottom, there is about a little under an inch of space. And then we'll see in a little bit just how much of a power supply we can fit on here. The fact that they limited this to only one drive internally gives us some more space down here for cabling, but we'll see in a little bit how that actually goes into place. So Montech did an amazing job with this case. It's got a ton of features that I personally really haven't seen in a case that cost as little as this. The wireless ARGB up at the front so that you can clean everything without having to worry about pulling cables. That is amazing. The included anti-sag bracket thing there, pretty awesome. The option right over here for a vertically mounted GPU, which means I need to buy a GPU mounting cable. If you guys know of any cables, please link them down below. I'd love to buy one, especially on Amazon, please. That way, you know, I can get Prime delivery and all that good stuff. This case is linked down below in the description. That way, if you guys want to check it out on Amazon, you can on my affiliate link. And if you guys want to buy me a cup of coffee as well, it means so much to me and helps support this channel. But so many different features and functions built into this case. For everything, it is actually relatively affordable, or for everything, it's actually incredibly affordable. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I am incredibly curious. This was just an unboxing, but I will be doing a full build inside of this case. So stick around, you know, I'll show you how to build a computer from the ground up inside of this case. But again, let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns down below. I'd always be here for you guys to help you out and answer any questions. All right, my friends, again, this is Iggy doing an unboxing and a brief overview of the Montech Sky 1 ARGB case on ThisBytesForYou. Iggy out. See you guys.